Hi, everybody, and welcome to Retirement with Jim. On this channel, we talk about what it takes to retire on a modest budget, not needing $1 million, and able to still retire and enjoy your retirement. So if you like my content, please hit the like, share, subscribe button, and feel free to leave comments. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle do you want and or need in retirement? Well, there's kind of 8 tips on some of the things that you need to do to have a good lifestyle in your retirement. First, you have to envision what your lifestyle is. You got to think about, what you're wanting out of your retirement, what you envision it to be for yourself. So, along with that, that means you really got to do your planning. And it's amazing that anywhere between 65 and 70% don't plan enough for their retirement. They kind of leave it up to fate. And planning is really more like 90% of what you want to do and have to do to make sure that you are, going to retire in the comfortable lifestyle that you want to. So the first thing you want to do is you start saving. You start small and you keep building. You want to make sure that you are starting at an early enough age. Nowadays, a lot of people don't start until they're 40. Now, if you start sooner, man, you are way ahead of the curve and you are really on your way to having probably a successful retirement. Because once you get past that 10-year mark of savings, and between 10 and 15 years, through the magic of compound interest, you will be suddenly looking at that balance and going, hey, this is great. I'm doing well. And that's kind of, where it's going to, inspire you to keep on saving and then to do what necessary increases that you want to do along the way, to help that even further. So along with that, make sure you're getting your employer's match. If you have a 401k and they have a match, oh my God, take that free money. And if you're just kind of getting started, and one piece of advice is that if you're just getting started and you're not sure how much to invest and your employer has a match, start it at the match. And it might be difficult because depending on what the match is, whether a lot of times the matches kind of hang around 4 to 6%. But if they are at that point, start at that point, because then you're always getting the free money right from the get-go as soon as you're eligible, and you can then make sure that what you're doing is in future years when you get raises. Put your raise into your 401k. Take a look. If you get let's just say it's an average 3%. Put 2% in your pocket, put 2% in your 401k and put the 1% in your pocket. You still get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but you are really helping your future self. And so you've got to be willing to look at what are the necessary sacrifices you make now while you're younger, to be able to ensure that when you're older, you have taken care of your future self. If you don't have a 401k or access to one, then open an IRA and have the bank help you. You can hook it into your checking account and set how much you want to take out every week or every 2 weeks, and you're on your way to then putting that money into an IRA. Again, you're still saving for your future self. You will be absolutely, happy as all could be that you've done that when you get older. You can just, get yourself going on that. You're not thinking about it. The money's going in weekly. And once you adjust to whatever money you're investing, you don't have to think about it anymore. You're not missing that money. The next thing is, when you're looking at wanting to retire, don't retire if the money isn't there, or more importantly, you have too much debt. If you have not, gotten rid of some of that debt, And it doesn't necessarily mean paying off your house. Paying off your house is great because that'll really set you up for a really good retirement. But between student loan debts, which you can never run away from, you can hope that they'll forgive it, and they do. God bless. But work on the premise that it isn't, and keep doing what you got to do to get rid of that. So then the next thing is educate yourself. Let's face it, America's 401k was kind of an experiment, a do-it-yourself pension plan that if they are guilty of anything, they just figured the average citizen would figure it out and they would be able to do it on their own. And they let all the corporations, the businesses kind of get off the hook. That's what they did. They gave them a get out of jail free card. But what we failed to do is we failed to educate the younger generation on what 401ks are. Even I didn't understand it until much, much later. I wish I knew, when I was younger, what I understood when I was older. Believe me, because I certainly would have started sooner, and even on a small scale, would have benefited me far greater in the long run. I would have had more money. I had to play a lot of catch up, and I'm because of that still retiring on, have retired on a modest income, and I'm okay with that. I'm enjoying my life. But if you want more out of that, and you want to be able to have bigger plans for yourself, make sure that you're educating yourself about your investments and what you're doing. Along with that, review your investments at least once a year. You can look at it. You don't have to look at your 401k or your investments every day, every week, but you certainly want to look at them once or twice a year to see how they're performing and to see if you need to reassess and take a look and adjust at where your investments are going so that you can continue on the right path for yourself. Remember, you're doing this for you. You are not doing this for anyone else. You don't compare yourself to anyone else. You look at what is, your investments, how are they turning out for you, and what you are hoping they will end up for yourself. And the other thing is, invest in your health. I can tell you that you're going to spend more money in healthcare once you get older. So if you can invest in your health, get healthy, stay healthy, go into retirement as healthy as you can be, you are absolutely ahead of the curve. Because the more healthy you are, the less you're going to incur the cost of what Medicare and healthcare costs are going to be, because they are through the roof. They are quite high. So without the help of insurance and you don't want to be spending all of your hard-earned investments, for your 401k, which you want to live on and enjoy, on nothing but health. You would hope that would only be something you would have to take care of maybe in the last, maybe 10 years of your life, but you don't want that to happen to you too early on. Because then you're not going to enjoy that retirement that you so hoped for and saved for. So invest in the health because you know that the costs are high. So with that, I'm going to say that'll be it for today, and I will see you in the next one.